What's going on, everybody? It's your man Lyndon Britt from SuccessWithLyndon.com, also the founder of Home Run Marketing, where we cover all bases of your business. Yo, it is hashtag the accountability guy, and it's 4:30 in the morning. Man, I had a late night responding to a lot of feedback on the content I've been given. So I was up to almost 11:30 midnight. Responding to people pertaining to business. So, hey, but it's 4 o'clock in the morning, man, and I'm still up and I'm still grinding, going to do it. Today is day 23. I think I typed that right. I'm not sure. If I didn't, I had to go correct that. Today is day 23 of 90 of the 90-day body and business building bonanza that we got going on. And man, once again, still enjoying the journey. I told y'all, even if it's my responsibility to still get up, even if I go to bed late, because that's a decision that I've made for myself, and I totally understand that for me. I understand success comes with having to make a few sacrifices, and if it's losing a couple of hours of sleep, losing a little bit of sleep, a little time in the bed, getting the Z's, then that's what has to happen. But that's exactly why I want to toss this message out there before we make it to the gym, is that leading isn't always easy. Leading is not always easy. You find a lot of people that say, hey, I want to be a leader. I want to be the top producer in my company. I want to be the captain of the team. I want to be the shop steward, whatever you want to call it. You know, I want to be the boss. I want to be the call. I want to be the leader. And understand, leading, it takes a special person to be a leader. It really does. It takes a special person to be a leader. Now, some may disagree, like anybody can lead. Yeah, I mean, anybody can mislead as well. But it takes a special person to be a leader. The reason I say that, because a leader is one person that sacrifices for the sake of others. Leaders sacrifice for the sake of others, regardless of what the circumstances may be. So when I say it's difficult to be a leader, you got to understand that it's going to take some things. It's going to take a leader doing some things that they didn't feel like doing, some things that they don't feel like doing, in order to get some results. All right, it definitely takes that. Do you think a person wants to roll on a couple of hours of sleep? Do you think a person wants to make as many, phone calls, do the most work? Put it like this. Think about a job. Sherry, what's going on? What's going on, big bro? Great to see you. So I want you all to think about a position at the job. And a lot of times, if you think about the positions that you hold at your job, you talk to a lot of people, and a lot of them would say, yo, man, I don't want to be no manager. You tell them about promotion. I don't want to be no manager. I don't want to deal with these people. They don't want to be the managers. They don't want to be the person in charge, because it feels like it's too much responsibility. They don't want to deal with the customers. They don't want to deal with the employees. They don't want to deal with the problems as far as inventory. If you've got a type of position where you actually keep up with that kind of stuff, it's too much to do. But yet and still, everybody wants to say they want to be in a leading position. They want to have a leading role, but they don't want the responsibility of a leader. It takes a lot to be a leader, believe it or not, man. It really does. You could ask anyone that holds a management position, even at a storefront job, let alone in network marketing or marketing of any sort. It really does. And I'll tell you why. Becoming a leader in the profession I'm in, as far as marketing, can be very difficult, because you really got to deal with people. You're dealing with showing people how to be able to grow a business effectively, which means and for the most part, you're dealing with grown people. You're dealing with people that are late 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60 years old. And for those late bloomers that come into being the entrepreneurs, they don't have time to waste. So if you come in and you're not being that leader that you need to, which is pretty much funny to me, how now it's not your responsibility to grow the business. Don't get me wrong when I say that. Okay, it's not your responsibility to grow the business, but as a leader, if you call yourself a leader, introducing an opportunity to someone that mean their responsibility for you to find out how you can educate them to help them is your responsibility. It really is. Now, whether they do the work, whether they go out and they learn what they need to, your objective is to point them in the right direction. Okay? You got to point them, hey, I understand I'm not here to grow your business, but I want to help you any way possible. So I'm going to point you to the tools that's necessary for you to be able to do it. It's up to you to go and watch the training videos. It's up to you to attend the webinars. It's up to you to hop on the conference calls. It's up to you to go out and promote your product or your service or whatever. But it's, as the leader, that's what you're telling them. But as the leader, it's your responsibility to actually give them some direction of what's next, because typically a lot of people that join businesses and stuff like that, they really don't know. People don't know what it takes to actually grow a business. This is one of the main reasons why a lot of businesses fail within the first few years, because people think it's simple, and it's just as simple as opening up the doors of your business and here comes the cash flow. And it's not the fact. You've got one of your major things that a lot of people don't think about when they decide I'm going to start a business is how I'm going to get people into my doors, how I'm going to get people into my business, how I'm going to get my product or service in front of a lot more people. Because once again, like they say, marketing is a numbers game. The more people you introduce it to, the more chances you have to be able to become successful. But a lot of people only think of, hey, I'm in business now. I'm starting my business now. I've got plenty of friends and family. All my friends and family going to join my business. This is where my success is going to be. When in reality, friends and family a lot of times don't join you simply because they don't see you as an authority figure. That's just plain and simple. It's not that they don't believe in what you're doing. They just don't see you as an authority figure. So it's very difficult for them to say, yeah, here's my money. Okay. So, but being a leader, it's going to take you being in uncomfortable positions on a consistent basis. If I want you to think about the most uncomfortable thing that you've had to do this week. Think about the most uncomfortable thing that you had to do this week. Whether it was physically having to only get an hour and a half of sleep, whether it was having to deal with an irate customer or an irate family member or something of that sort. I want you to really think of the most uncomfortable position that you've had this week, that you've been put in this week. Now, if that immediately, typically the negative comes to mind, that it's easy for people to think of negative things. You relate this as a negative experience, correct? Now, as you think of that, I want you to understand what it's like to actually experience that every single day, possibly multiple times a day. That's a leader. Now, how you react to these situations is what makes you an even better leader. If you can develop yourself in the type of person that really understands how to react to these type of situations, you can become successful at whatever it is that you're pursuing. Because it's going to take you, like I said, it takes a special type of person not to catch that attitude when somebody comes at you, as we call it where I'm from, as when they come at you sideways. It takes a very special person not to retaliate with an attitude or whatnot when you respond back. It takes a lot. It's very easy to be passive, but it's also very easy to be aggressive. Okay, so you got to figure out how you want to do this. Your objective now as a leader is become to help people get solutions to their problems. That's the role of a leader. That's the role of the person that you say you want to be. Being a leader isn't always easy, because a lot of times we have our own personal problems, and the last thing you want to do is help somebody else solve theirs when you're going through. So when you're going through tough situations and somebody in your downline has a situation, or if you have a storefront, one of your employees having a situation, And it's up to you to kind of figure it out. It's up to you to kind of put yourself in a position to actually figure out how you can help them. It's very difficult when you got your own stuff going on. All right? And trust me, I know. Trust me, I know. And I'm pretty sure you've experienced that as well. So, what is your objective? For those of y'all that say, hey, I want to be a leader. I want to be a top earner in my company. I want to be able to make more. I want to be able to lead. If you're a coach, we get a lot of people out there that say, hey, I'm a coach. I coach people how to do this. I coach people. I've been a coach physically for several years. I coach swimming. A lot of people didn't know I was a swimmer. Some people did. I was a competitive swimmer in high school going into college. I didn't swim in college, but I coached swimming for 3 years. And one thing I learned is it's very difficult to be a coach. I thought it was as simple as giving instructions on what to do. I was thinking, okay, it's just like teaching swim lessons, which I did for several years before I became a coach. And it's a totally different aspect when you're in control of a team rather than teaching swim lessons when you're kind of in control of a couple of people. So now it's your responsibility. I won't go into all the details of coaching swimming, but it's your responsibility to organize. It's your responsibility to gather. It's your responsibility to direct, because a lot of people come into your industry blind. This is exactly why you begin to train. And if you notice, they're what we call trainers. If you walk into a job, what does that job do? I don't care if you're experienced or not. They connect you with a trainer to lead and guide you, show you what to do, show you the ropes in order for you to become successful, in order for you to perform up to par, perform at a level in which they want you to perform, right? When you walk into a job, that's what they do. They connect you with a leader that shows you what to do in order for you to become successful for their company. So if you own your own business, or if you're in marketing of some sort, and people are coming in, it's your job to connect them with the leader or connect them with the resources to be able to become successful. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. And if that person doesn't get it, it's probably they'd have to find out if it's for them, or find out ways to understand how to make it happen, how to make it work. But connect them with people. A great way to be a leader is to actually have teamwork. Put things together where there's a team, where you've got a team of people helping. So as a leader, you don't always have to do the work. Okay? If you got a team in place, so you've got a team of people that are helping you grow. You got your core go-to group. Guess what? You have the ability to, when someone comes into your organization and say, hey, we've got a training portal. We've got a system that we run by that a lot of people that actually follow this system are beginning to see results. As long as you follow this system, everyone has their own time frame in becoming successful based on how aggressive they are with following the system. But this team is here to help you. So now you're not there doing every webinar. You're not there hosting every call. You're not there walking them through every single step. If you got a team in place to do it, and the leader knows how to outsource. A leader doesn't feel like it's their responsibility to do everything. When you learn how to outsource responsibilities to others, that makes you an even better leader. Number one, it strengthens other people to become the leaders that you are and the leaders that they want to become, because it gives them a sense of responsibility to say, hey, I've got to learn this to be able to step up. But at the same time, it takes them becoming uncomfortable because they're in a position where they're being held responsible for helping people. Whereas a lot of people say, I don't want that position. So being a leader is not always easy. All right? So if your homework for today, matter of fact, today is Friday, September the 8th. Oh man, it's my sister and my dad's birthday. They have the same birthday. I gotta make sure I hit them up. I should have called them at midnight, but I wasn't up myself. But your homework for today, I want you to take a second to sit down, maybe about 5 minutes. It doesn't have to take you forever. Write down the aspects of a leader. Write down the aspects of a leader. What do you think a leader should be? And as you look at that, as you read over that when you're done, I want you to think, do I hold these traits? Am I this person? Okay? Am I this person? If you are, then great. Step up to figure out what you can begin to do to implement the stuff to be a leader each and every day. It's going, like I said, you're going to deal with difficult situations, and you can overcome it. You have to work on overcoming and providing solutions in those situations. But if you don't see yourself in each and every one of those asterisks or things that you write down, then there's some growth that needs to happen. Especially if you call yourself a leader, if you want to be a leader. A lot of times, like I said, people want to be that go-to person. I think I'm me. I play sports, so I think about it. Who doesn't want? A lot of people want to be the captain of the team. I want to be the captain of the team. Who leads baseball? A lot of times it says the pitcher or it's the shortstop. I want to be the leader. You know, I want to run this. A lot of people want to be the quarterback on the football team. Boom, I want to be the leader. I want to run this. I want to organize. I want to do this. Okay? So write down what you think the qualities of a leader, of a great leader. If you look at great leaders today, whether you're thinking about current or past presidents, whatever you think is great about that. If you think about huge people that were big names in marketing, if you think about, anything, role models, historic role models, what are some of the qualities that they held? And understand that every single leader, every single documented leader that you can go back and do some research over had faced some very adverse situations that they had to overcome. So go back, take about 5 minutes, write down some qualities of leaders that you follow or that what you feel a leader should be, and then evaluate yourself and find out, do I fit this criteria? Am I fit to be a leader? Look at this. And like I said, if you don't actually fit these things and you say you want to be a leader, it's time for you to start making some change. There's a roadmap that you personally wrote down that you can begin to follow and implement to be able to become the leader in your niche, in your business, in your life. All right? So I hope you got some value from this live, man. I appreciate you all hopping in here. This is day 23 of 90 of my body and business building bonanza. Just giving you a little chat before we head to the gym. I'm about to go in here and get it grinding, get it rocking and rolling. And I hope you all have a blessed and wonderful day. This is Lyndon Britt from successwithlyndon.com. Be sure to check that out for more content, more information. Or you can head over to the YouTube channel. Just look up Lyndon Britt. You can find me. Very easy guy to find. I don't find very many people with my name. I don't have a common name. All right, but y'all have a blessed and wonderful day. Once again, this is hashtag the accountability guy, rocking and rolling. And I will talk with y'all later, right after the workout. But make sure you check out successwithlyndon.com. All right, see y'all.